Hello. If you are not familiar with me, my name is Tian Connaughton. I am a knitter, crocheter, designer, technical editor, author, course creator, mentor, coach. I do a lot of things that revolve around encouraging and empowering knitters and crocheters to live their best life, to achieve their goals, and do the things that they want to do that might seem a bit impossible. So the reason I'm on here today is that I am doing something a little scary and I need some accountability. The thing I'm doing is a 90-day sprint. And if you're not familiar with a 90-day sprint, it's really you taking a goal and really committing to that goal for 90 days. And 90 days is significant because it's a quarter of a year. It's a span of time. It's a time where you're just like, I'm going to do this thing. And it's not so long where you're going to be overwhelmed or forget or anything like that. It's now September. I'm starting this goal now in September because for me, September is like my new year. A lot of people start their big goal on January 1st. I like to start mine in January. I like to start mine in September because when you have kids or when you were a kid, you start the new school year in September. And that's sort of like a jump start to a year. So I am starting this 90-day sprint in September because I have this goal that I want to hit in 90 days. And 90 days is a good enough time, but it doesn't really drag out until the end of the year. So it's really, September, October, November. And while I'm not going to get into the specifics of the goal just yet, I'm doing this video for accountability. I've come up with a breakdown of the goal. So the goal is a monetary goal. I want to hit a certain amount of things. I want to hit a certain dollar amount in 90 days doing a particular thing. So what I've done is I've come up with a breakdown of the goal. So I know what I need to hit for each of those items to reach that monetary goal. And the reason I'm starting there is because a lot of us have these goals where like we want to do X, Y, and Z, but we don't really think about how many of that thing we need to sell or anything like that to hit that goal. So for example, if you have a pattern sale goal and you're like, I want to hit $1,000 in pattern sales in 90 days. Do you actually know how many patterns you will have to sell to hit that goal, right? Do you have it broken down into, I need 10 sweaters at $10 and X amount of hat and scarf? Do you have a breakdown so you understand, okay, I need to be pushing this particular thing? Or do I need to combine all those things and create collections and bundle because now I'll have to sell less quantity to hit that same goal? So I think for a lot of us when we're setting goals, we miss that part. Do you have enough products and services to be able to hit that goal that you want? And for mine, I do have enough things that I can combine to hit that goal, right? So it's like, what is your product mix? Do you have enough hats and scarves to hit that goal? Do you have enough sweaters to hit that goal? Do you have a big enough audience to hit that goal? So it's not just about, can I hit it with the items that I have? Can you hit it with the audience that you have? And if you can't, then what do you need to do? Okay, you need to do some audience building. You need to build some awareness, X, Y, and Z. Okay? So that's where I'm starting. I'm starting with breaking down my goal. And I have some notes written down of like how I'm going to focus my strategy so I can hit that goal in 90 days. And then I'm breaking it down into weekly things that I need to do. So I need to do awareness building. And that's really to grow my audience, to reach out to more people, be more visible. and it's like focusing on the main aspect of the thing I want to sell. So for like the first few weeks, it's about, okay, I need people to see that I'm here, my thing is available, and to be aware that it is available for sale. Talk about the benefits and the features, what it will do for them, how will it fit into their lives, things like that. There's going to be social media, there's going to be email, there's going to be maybe some lives, some webinars, stuff like that. We'll see. Okay, and then the next cluster of weeks will be to maybe do some collaboration, maybe some challenges, maybe some Instagram lives, but mainly I want to do testimonials, case studies, things like that. And those will be written, those will be in the form of just me telling stories about clients I've worked with. And then the next part is like that final push where we're talking about holidays, because this 90-day sprint will be leading up to the holidays. So even though I won't be going into like the Christmas, winter holidays, I could still push for folks to get this product in time for the holiday. So there'll be some of that. Maybe there'll be some bundles. Maybe there'll be a countdown campaign. There'll be a few things. So what I'm doing is I'm breaking it down into 4-week span, where the first 4 weeks or the first month is about awareness. The second month is about community engagement, pulling those people in, nurturing that audience, and then the final month is about really pushing that sale. So it's really talking about like my pattern launch process, where we go from a pre-launch all the way to the launch, and then we'll figure out some stuff for the post-launch after this 90-day sprint that will live on forever in like an evergreen type of format. Okay, so that's like the calendar of how this will work. And then let's see, while I'm creating content, I don't want to be constantly creating brand new content. I know I have videos and social media and stuff like that that's worked really well in the past. So it's going to be about leveraging new content and existing content and how I can build off of that. So it's repurposing content. It's doing reviews, previews, and interaction, stuff like that. And I have some notes about ads, but I don't know if that will play a part in this 90-day sprint. I think it will be useful, but I don't know how that will work. Like I could do Facebook and Instagram ads. I could put some money behind that content. I could see what content is really working and just explode that with ads. But that's something I'll have to think about. So we have our 90-day strategy with tactics of things that we want to do. In all of that, we need to be checking our stats. We need to be looking at analytics. When we send out emails, we're going to do A/B test and see which subjects work. There's a new feature on Instagram where you can do testing for your reels. So I'm going to try that. And then while I'm tracking and testing and really seeing what's working so I can amplify the things that are working, I also want to be able to engage with my past customers, right? If you've been through any of my training, I talk about your best customers are your past customers, because they already know you, they already like you, they already trust you, they bought from you, they took that chance. So chances are they already love what you have to offer. So part of this 90-day sprint is to follow up with some of those past customers, either via email or some other marketing avenue, and maybe creating some exclusive content, maybe do like a live chat with folks who have bought, offer them something else. But that's something that we're gonna think about in the next few days. Because this 90-day sprint, today is September 3rd, this 90-day sprint, I'm going to start it maybe on next Monday, because I want to be able to map out this in more detail before I jump right in. Just to give myself a little bit of breathing room to have some things prepared. I don't want to set myself up for failure. I want to have something to start out with. So yeah, that's my plan for the next 90 days, this 90-day sprint. If you are interested in joining along with me, if you are interested in seeing more about the breakdown of what I'm doing, and to kind of like walk you and show you exactly how I do my how I'm going to be doing my weekly and monthly content, right, where we talk about building awareness, community engagement, and then that final push for sales, let me know. Because I think this is really interesting. This is really key to ending the year strong, right? And also to say, okay, well, I have a goal. I know this thing I want to do, but do you have a plan in place to hit it? Do you have a strategy to say, okay, well, if I want to hit this goal, I need to sell X amount. And if I want to sell X amount, I need this amount of people to see the thing. Right? It's those kind of strategies that we really need to focus on as business owners. And just because you are a knitter or crocheter and you sell, it doesn't matter. This is what the experts are using. And I say this with like the experts, but I've done this in the past and it works. Having a plan works. Launching willy-nilly, you might get 1 or 2 sales, but are you going to hit your goal? So start with a goal, build a plan, and see what you can do to hit those plans. And really it's about, okay, now I know the thing I want to hit. What am I doing every day to generate revenue? So it's that daily revenue generating activities. What are you doing? It's not you sitting there knitting. Okay, yeah, you could use some of that content for social media and posting stuff like that. But what is your call to action? What are you actually asking your audience to do? Are you going out there every day and saying, I have this thing to offer, buy for me? Or you're just assuming that people know who you are. People don't know who you are. I've been doing this for almost 20 years, and there are still folks who are finding me just now. So that awareness building part, that's like the first month, that is key. Because even though I've been doing this, even though I feel like I've been saying the same things over and over, people don't know that I'm out here. People are now discovering me. People are now just realizing like, oh yeah, I need this thing. So now they're going to have a positive response. Where in the past they might have been like, oh, I'm not ready for this thing. I'm not ready to make a sweater. I'm not ready to be a tech editor. I'm not ready for blah, blah, blah. Now they are. And I'm trying to reach them where they are right now. Okay? So that's my 90-day sprint. I hope that you will come along with me on this journey. If you are interested in seeing like how I do this, let me know. I can create a Facebook group or something like that where we just communicate, or a closed group on Instagram where we could chit chat. But I think that it is possible for you to hit your goals, and I want to show you how I'm doing it with my thing that I'm trying. And even though it's scary, I know I can do it. It's just a matter of me doing the work, and I have it mapped out here. Or I will have it more mapped out than what I have here. But it starts with a goal. It started with seeing what's possible and looking at the numbers. I know it is possible. I just have to do it. Right? So if you would like to join along, let me know, and I will create a closed group on here or on Facebook, and we can do this together. So let me know what you think. Talk to you later. Bye for now.